Okay, my friends. Okay, slowly we'll start our session. So this is Sairam. So I'm a Java full stack developer as well as trainer. I have a more than 10 plus years experience in and I have a 6 plus years experience in industry. Okay, I'm working in Winamp's solution at Gachibowli. Okay, and guys, before starting the session, may I know something from your side, guys? I need your response from each and everyone. Okay, guys, Core Java. You need your voice, my friends, please.
Yes, sir, Amin.
Yes, you know Core Java.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Okay, in Core Java, especially, I required some logics. Okay, logics are required. Then after logics, the one more important concept is called OOPS concept. OOPS principle, and in that we know how to create the class. And after creating the class, what is the purpose of object in our class? The next is what's our inheritance concept. So making relation between the two classes. The next one is abstraction. Because of complete framework is nothing but abstraction. So that this concept is very, very important to us. Abstraction. The next one is what interface concept. Interfaces. Okay. And after that, sir, very, very important topic for us, collection framework. Collection frameworks. So in that collection framework, the first one is we need to knowledge and list interface, and its implemented classes, linked list and array list, okay, vector and stack. So compulsory we require knowledge on it. So from list, most of the time we can use a linked list and array list only. So vector and stack we are not going to use in the deprecated part. The second one is what set interface. Okay, set interface. And in set we have some implemented classes hash set. The next one is linked hash set. The next one is what tree set, sir. This is very, very important. And in that one more interface is called map. Map is an interface, and which can store our value in key and value pair. Key and value pair, or we can call entry also. And from here, what we require hash map. Implemented classes are hash map, linked hash map, no tree map. Next one is hash table. Okay, we have some classes in our collection framework. From core Java, these are very, very important point. So once give me clarification, sir, is it no everything about this topic, sir? At least you need idea, sir, how to create class, everything. Let me know, sir, about this one. Ahmad, Balaji. Okay. Need your voice. If unable to speak, please at least you can chat here.
Yeah, sir, I have a knowledge, but I don't have a hands-on experience, sir.
No problem. Leave it. Okay. I will make you experience. Okay. Don't worry about it. Okay. I'll teach you in real world only. But I need just clarity from the core Java, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, sir. Then this is required to us. Okay. The next point is what? Okay. The one more thing. Okay. Now I'm coming the small demonstration session. Guys, so we are from Java programming language. Java programming language, guys. My first question is what? So why programming languages? Please, anyone tell me what is that? What is the main purpose of programming languages?
Yeah, we can perform tasks by using the
Anyone, sir? What is the purpose of programming languages?
to create applications.
Super, super guys. Okay, simple. If you take any programming language like C, C++, Java, Python, any programming language, main purpose is what? Developing softwares. Developing softwares. But here my focus on Java programming language. Here the main purpose of Java programming language is developing application softwares. Application softwares. Application softwares. Then what is the application software? There is a main. Basically, softwares are two types. The first one is system software and second one is application software. And by using Java programming language, we are developing application software. Then one question, what is the purpose of application software? Simple, my friends. So which application we are going to using for specific usage purpose? Specific usage purpose. That kind of software is called application software. For example, here I am giving. So, you know, WhatsApp. WhatsApp is application software. MS Paint is nothing but Paint. You know, Paint is nothing but a application software. MS Word is a application software. Suppose I am taking Amazon website. You know, Amazon website is an e-commerce website. It is also application software. Guys, here WhatsApp for simply WhatsApp purpose is what? Especially, okay, so just sharing the information between the two end users. Okay, by using WhatsApp, what we are doing simply we are sending the text and we are sending means what, exchanging small piece of videos. Okay, we are exchanging some voice messages. That is the main purpose of WhatsApp. By using WhatsApp, we can't create any resume documents. So means what? WhatsApp can provide specific functionality. Specific functionality. Then if you go with if you go with MS Paint here, painting purpose is what? Just drawing the arts. But by using MS Paint, I can't. So we cannot the chart, sir. We cannot share the messages from one user to the other users. Now, suppose if you go with MS Word, simply we are going to creating the documentation, like you know, we are going to creating news articles. We can create you know, envelope cards. So these things we are going to creating. If suppose we are going to creating, you know, a resume. So these are the specific uses. But by using MS Word, we cannot draw the, we can't paint, and we cannot share our information from one user to the another users. The next one, if you go with Amazon website, you know guys, if you want to purchase the any product through online, then go with what? Amazon website. So by using Amazon website, we unable to create our you know, resume. That is not possible because of, okay, these applications are designed for specific usage purpose. Such kind of software, what we call, sir, application softwares. So here Java programming language mainly designed for to developing application of softwares. So let us see some examples. So what are the application softwares we have, guys, and what type of application software we are developing with Java. So before that, you know, guys, already okay, we are actually we are learning microservices. We all are in some peak position. Already we know so complete core Java concept, HTML concept. Okay, just I will highlight some new things here. Sir, to run any Java code, first what we required? JDK is required. To run any Java application, what we required? JDK is required. Here JDK is nothing but our Java software name. Basically, this JDK having a two types of versions here. You know, the first version is called a primary versions, and the second one is called our secondary version. Now I am going to focusing on second one, that is called secondary version. Okay, secondary version, or we can call secondary edition. So guys, understand, by using primary version software, just we are going to doing the testing our application. That's it. Testing purpose we are going to using. Sir, I want to develop some applications, especially, you know, application software. Then we are going to using here secondary version. By using secondary versions, here we are going to developing three types of softwares, guys. Three types of application softwares. The first one is J2SE. J2SE. Then second one is what? J2EE. And third one is what? J2ME. J2SE, J2EE, and J2ME. Guys, is my voice is clear, please? You all are very silent. Okay.
Yes, sir, you are audible.
Okay, thank you. So if unable to get, please text me. I'll okay. Please, I'll repeat you, no problem. Okay. The first one is what? J2SE, guys. The point number one here, J2SE stands for Java 2 Standard Edition. Standard Edition. Standard Edition. The main purpose of J2EE is what? To developing standalone applications. Standalone application. Now our one question, sir. What is a standalone application here? Simple, my friends. Which application can execute and run within a single PC? So simple. Which application run in single PC or single personal computer? Such kind of application is called a standalone application. So here the best examples are, MS Paint, our standalone application. And next one, sir, antivirus, any antivirus applications, best example, media players. So these are the best example for our standalone application. But to developing this application, compulsory we required CoreJava concepts. CoreJava concepts here. Sir, what are the CoreJava concepts we are using to developing this kind of application? Simple, my friends. Okay, to developing standalone application, we required, from CoreJava, we required Java variables. The next one is operators, and control statements. The next one, arrays concept, and after arrays we required hooks concept. The next one is collection framework. The next one is AWT. Nowadays no one can use it, just I am giving, sir. And what we are Sphinx concept. So by using this concept, simply we are going to developing standalone applications. These are the topics we are going to using to developing any standalone application like MS Paint, MS Word, media players. These are the concepts we are going to using to developing our standalone application. But nowadays, guys, in outside the world, few companies are going developing standalone application, but most of the companies, they are developing web-based application only. Web-based application. Simply web-based application. Now point here, sir, to developing web-based application from Java, what we required? Sir, to developing web-based application, okay, we required advanced Java. Guys, advanced Java is nothing but a Java 2 enterprise edition. Simply Java 2, J2EE stands for Java 2 Enterprise Edition. The main purpose of this J2EE is nothing but a developing web-based application. Guys, very, very important. Here one point. Sir, what is a web-based application? Simple, my friends. Which application execute and run on web browser? which application execute and run on web browser with the help of server, with the help of servers. Such kind of application is called web-based applications. Web-based applications. Now we'll see everything. Okay, to developing web-based application, what kind of concepts we are required from Advanced Java. I will give, sir, and later we'll go with slowly our framework concept. Now, one point is, okay, J2EE stands for Java to Enterprise Editions. And the purpose is what? Developing web-based application. But basically, sir, where we can run? Clearly, I given, sir, all web application always run in, okay, run in browser. Okay, run in browsers. Run in browsers. Which application run in browser? Such kind of application, what we call, my friends, web-based applications. But basically, this web-based application divided into two types, sir. Divided into two types. The first one is a static web application. Static web application. Then second one is called dynamic web application. Dynamic web application. Now, sir, what is static web application? Simple, my friends. Okay, I will give some example. Static web application means what? Sir, what is a web application? Simple. Which web application designed with dynamic web pages? Simple. Which application designed with collection of web pages? Collection of web pages, and run with internet within the browser. Collection of web pages. Dynamic means what? Internally, one web page link with another web page. Run in browser through internet. Such kind of application, what we call, sir, web-based application. Here I am giving some example. You will get more clarity, my friends. You know, Facebook is a web-based application. Amazon.com, web-based application. You know, our gmail.com. These all are the best example for our web-based applications, sir. So that we have a lakhs of application are running in our browser. These are the best example for our web-based application. Look, my friends, here I am going to showing you. Suppose here I am going to displaying our Facebook application. Understand? Just I am opening Facebook. Just click on it here. So this application designed with web pages. Not only one web page, you know, just I open here login page, one web page. Sir, I want to create account. Then what happened here? They give in the link. Just click on it. Another web page can be displayed. And here I given my data, just clicking sign up. Automatically another web page will be displayed. Like this, all the collection of web pages, what we call web-based application, but this web-based application compulsory run in browser, guys. This is our browser. Guys, are you following me? Please need your response. Ahmad, Balaji, Rohini.
Yes, sir.
Sachin.
Yes, sir, we are getting good.
Yeah, thank you. All right. So that is what static web application and dynamic web application. Then what is the static here? Simple. Okay. Web application. So which web application content is fixed? Content is fixed, guys. Content is fixed. Content is fixed. Means what? Day-to-day life. Okay, every day. Okay, if our web page content is fixed, such kind of application, what we call, sir, simple static web-based application. In real world, sir, suppose if you went Amazon website, observe one thing, there about page and contact us page, okay, the contact.html page and about page, this content is not changed for you and me and others. For every user, the content is fixed. Content is fixed. Such kind of application, what we call, sir, static web application. So simply here to developing static web application, we required here HTML and CSS knowledge is enough. HTML and CSS knowledge is enough to developing static web application. But guys, okay, we are creating 2 or 3 web pages are static, but most of the remaining all the web pages we are going to creating with a dynamic. Then what is the meaning of dynamic? Simple. Okay, day to day, based on time and situation and place, content always is changing. Content always change. Always changing means which web application content is changed. Such kind of application what we call here dynamic web application. Now I will give one example, you will get more clarity. Suppose suppose I am going with Zomato application, sir. Okay, Zomato application. See, once you open your Zomato website in morning, okay, that web page can show you all the tiffin items, my friends. All the tiffin item. Same Zomato, if you open afternoon, guys, it can show the all biryani items. Biryani items. But if you open now, it can show the what snacks as well as some dinner items will be displayed. Understand, depends on time and depends on place and depends on situation. Every time our web page content is going to changing. Such kind of application, simply what we call dynamic web application. Dynamic web application. But guys, to developing this dynamic web application from advanced Java, what topic we are going writing and which one we need to run. So simply, my friends, to developing any end-to-end web application, we required 4 types of technologies, guys. 4 types of technologies are required. 4 types of technologies are required. Now we'll see one by one clearly. The first type technology is called simply what we call client-side technologies. Client-side technologies. First one is client-side technology. So the main purpose of client-side technology is what? To developing user interface application. To developing user interface application. Okay, to developing user interface application. But to developing user interface application, the first technology requires what? HTML, sir. Now here clearly understand the purpose of HTML is what? Design the web pages. Design web pages only. HTML main purpose is what? Designing the web pages. The second one is, I want to add some styles on web page. Then use CSS technologies. Here CSS purpose is what, sir? Adding styles in web pages. In web pages. Second part, adding styles in web pages. The next one, my friends, third one. Sir, I want to perform some operations. I want to provide some validations to my web page. Then go with JavaScript. Then JavaScript. JavaScript purpose is what, sir? Just validations. So which data you are going to giving to the server, and before submitting the server, okay, I want to check it in my web page. Is the given data is valid or not valid? In that case, here we are going to using the JavaScript. So these are the 4 technology compulsory required. And we are in our microservice level, sir. We are in completely advanced. Okay, we are learning Spring Boot microservices, and we are going to learning some basic tools also. So that what I am telling, sir, more. So when I am going to working with REST API applications, microservice application, there we are going to using React.js application also. Some companies use React.js, and some company can use AngularJS. AngularJS, but here my so highlighting thing is what, if you want to learn React.js or AngularJS, okay, compulsory we can require this three kind of technologies. First one is HTML is required, CSS and JavaScript. So here React.js, AngularJS purpose is what, sir? Simply we are going to developing the client side technologies. Guys, clear my point? What is the purpose of here HTML, CSS, JavaScript? Need your response one. Say your voice required, my friends.
Yeah, client side technologies.
Yes.
So our designing web page, am I right?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So React.js, Angular also purpose is what? Designing user interface application. Because of here React.js, AngularJS are JavaScript libraries. So internal React.js, AngularJS use what? HTML, CSS, JavaScript only. So this code only we are going to using. So I kept into user interface application. The next one, my friends, next one, okay, we required server side technology. Second part I am going to focusing server side technologies. Server side technologies. Second part is what? Server side technologies. Okay, guys, understand. Okay, the main purpose of server side technologies, clearly one word. Okay, suppose to write business logic for business logic for web applications. Web application, then go with okay, then go with server side technologies. Server side technologies. Simple. The main purpose of server side technology is what? To write business logic for our server side technology. Then what are the server side technology we have? The first one, sir, servlet. Sir, servlet is not a framework, it is a Java programming language technology. By using servlets, simply we are developing web-based applications. The second after servlets, sir, we have a one more technology called JSP, and JSP also Java technology. Java technology, guys, understand. But without servlet, we can't learn the JSP, my friends. Guys, these are the technology. Okay, if you have an idea on servlet and JSP, I'm very happy because of guys, before going to developing our REST API application or microservice application, there we are going to use some terminology. What is the web application first, and in that we know HTTP request, the next one HTTP response, okay, this kind of terminology we are going to using. Okay, HTTP response, next URL or something called, sir, request. These things we are going to using. These all are comes under, just I'll recap you, don't worry about it. So what are the terminology we are going to using in our REST API? Definitely I'll remind you everything, don't worry about it. So just I am going to reminding here HTTP protocol, and by using this protocol we are going to enable connection between client machine to the server machine. And after enable completed, now we are going to sharing the data between client machine to the server machine. Sharing means what? Just I am going to asking some data from the server. Server will be processed and get back the response to my browser. Okay, means we are sending request, that is called HTTP request here. And with my request will be taken by server, and server can process it, and after processing it, and then it will give back to the response. The response is called HTTP response. And this kind of terminology, okay, will come under to servlet and JSP. So this is compulsory required to us. The next one, sir, these are both are technologies. Sir, I want to create a concise code application, sir. For that, okay, from server side they given three types of frameworks, sir. Java frameworks. Just I am highlighting words, sir. Java frameworks. Java frameworks. In that, the first framework is nothing but a Hibernate. Hibernate, simply what we call is a ORM tool. Hibernate tool, like a Jdbc, my friends. The second one is what? A Spring framework. Guys, clearly I am telling. The purpose of Spring framework is simply developing web-based application only. Developing web applications only. But we are focusing on Spring Boot. We are going to focusing on Spring Boot. Now Spring Boot purpose is developing web applications plus REST API applications. Okay, with if you know REST API, sir, and you know microservices are very easy, nothing to worry. Okay, microservices. So simply the main purpose of Spring Boot framework is developing web-based application as well as REST API applications also. REST API applications also. These are the frameworks, sir. Framework having some abstracted classes interfaces. So framework definitely concise our code, and just it can create the ready-made environment. As a developer, we are not going to writing their repeated code. As a developer, we are going to focusing on only business logic. Guys. So sir, nowadays, okay, 90% are company using developing their application by using Spring Boot only. Because of we can easily maintenance, and developer won't get in the burden because of developer there is not going to writing the repeated code, duplicated code already they given in the form of jar and var files. What is the jar and var? We'll discuss clearly, don't worry about it. Jar and var files. These jar and var files having a predefined interfaces and classes and methods, guys. Predefined interfaces, classes and methods having with some common functionality or common code, and that common code we are not going to writing. So as a developer, we are going to focusing on only business logic. So that business logic with less code, my friends. But here business code not common for all the application. Suppose guys, suppose if you went with Facebook, in Facebook business logic is different. In Gmail business logic is different, and in Amazon website business logic is different. But and every application having some common functionality, and that common functionality they given in the form of jar and var files, right? So compulsory we can concise the code. So these all are what we call server side technologies, right guys? One point. So first technology what? Client side. Second one is server side technology. My one more point, my friends. Even our client side technology not save data permanently. Because of okay, once you given the data on web page, guys, that okay, and our web page once you close it, which data you can automatically removed. So our user interface is a temporary storage medium. Even guys, if you want to store the data in our Java application, in Java we can store the data in 4 ways. So we can store with with variables, nothing but a data types. Simple, we are going to store with okay, variables. The next one, we can store with arrays concept, arrays concept, and we can store with objects, and we can store with a collection objects as collection objects. So in your Java programming language, data can be stored with four types of objects. First one is variables and arrays concept, objects and collection. But these all are store the data temporarily. Once your console will be closed, okay, which output you get in a console, that automatically will be removed. Sir, I want to store the data permanently. Then sir, our UI and backend code won't save data permanently. To store the data permanently, here we required one database. Guys. Database is very, very important. We required here database. So databases, the first one is I'm talking about the database. Guys, database is nothing but another kind of software. Purpose is what, sir? Store data. Store data permanently. What we call, sir? Permanently. Data can be stored permanently. In which format, sir? Data can be stored in our database in tabular format. What format, my friends? Tabular format data can be stored. Tabular format. So this is what another kind of applications. Once, sir, here my point. So database running with one language is called SQL. SQL stands for Structure Query Language. It's a separate programming language. But how to communicate our Java application to our databases? So that here communication purpose, guys, they given separate technology is called Jdbc. So this is what our Jdbc. Jdbc is nothing but a my thought technology, third number. Jdbc purpose is what? Simply establishing connection from Java applications to any relational databases. And transfer the data. Transferring data, what we call simply, I am going to using the what's our CRUD operations. CRUD operation. CRUD means what? Creating, reading, update and insert and delete operation. Simply, we are going to exchanging the data between Java application to database and database to Java application. So these are the 4 technologies compulsory we require when you are developing our dynamic web applications, right? So this is the main theory, sir. Okay, and one more point, sir. Just I am giving one thing here, sir. How to develop web-based application, guys? Every web-based application having a 3 layers. 3 layers. You know, 3 layers. Very, very important. 3 layers. The first layer is called our presentation layer. Presentation layer. That is nothing but a UI, user interface. To implement presentation layer, here we are going to using which code? HTML and CSS, and we are going to using the .js, nothing but a JavaScript code we are going to using. Suppose this is my first, just I am giving login web page here, username and password. Username, and the next one is what? ESW. Like this, I given password. Friends, are you following me? Need your response. Guys, are you following me? Need your response.
Yes, sir.
Right. Then here I am going to making one link, sir. The button. The button name is what? Login. Okay, the button name is what? Login. Okay, the button name is login. Login web page is created. Look, my friends. Okay, here I given my inputs. Simply, I given. Okay, here I am going to clicking this button so that okay, as a end user, data received by this HTML forms, and once you click this button, now my data going to server side technology. This data taken by what, sir? Taken by our business logic layer. Business logic layer. Business logic layer, guys. And here we are going to preparing the some business code. Business code. And you know, guys, business code always we are writing within the .java files or .jsp file. Here .java file is nothing but our servlet technologies. Servlet technologies, and tomorrow we are going to using the framework concept. Even our framework also, okay, even our framework also internally using completely servlet technology. And framework is not a new, my friends. Framework completely designed with internally servlet technology. You know, and here what we are doing, sir, our .java file or .jsp file, it is having a 4 types of code. The first one is presentation logic. nothing but a input statements. Input statements. The second one is our business logic, nothing but a processing statement. Processing statement. And the next one is, data access logic, nothing but our Jdbc 5 lines code for enable connectivity and performing the CRUD operation. The next one is what? Again, presentation logic. This is for, our output statements. Output statements. So every .java file and servlet file, compulsory we are going to using these 4 types of statements. One thing, sir, our UI or our business logic layer won't store data permanently. So here I am going to processing is completed. Then I want to store data permanently. Compulsory, we required here one database. Database, database data stored permanent manner. And in the form of tabular format. Tabular format. Okay, this is my database. This is called, this is called data access layer, guys. What we call simply the last one, what we call data access layer. So finally, every web-based application having a 3 types of layers. First one, presentation layer. Second one is business logic layer, and third one is data access layer. Now here, guys, three different kind of layers. Then here I am going to making the connection between presentation layer to business logic layer and business logic layer to data access. Guys, understand, to make connection our presentation layer to business logic layer, here we are going to using one protocol is called HTTP. So HTTP stands for Hypertext Transfer Protocol. The purpose is what? To enable connection between client machine to the server machine. And after enable connectivity, here I am clicking the button, nothing but simply I am going to sending the request, guys. That is called HTTP request. With my request, .java file or .js file take the inputs and process it and enable connectivity. Finally, if required, data save into our database. So guys, here .java file now communicate with our data access. Just I told you, sir, to communicate with Java file with database. Here we are going to using one more technology, what? Jdbc. Jdbc, guys, or we can use Hibernate framework. So Jdbc, what happened? Enable connectivity Java application to any relational databases and perform the simply CRUD operations. Simply perform the exchange the data, and data successfully saved in database and give back response to our .java file, and .java file give back response to our user interface. Okay, we are getting response. The concept what we call, sir, HTTP request. HTTP request. Like this, every dynamic web-based application designed with this complete 3 layers, guys. Tomorrow, these 3 layers we are going to calling with one pattern, my friends. The pattern name is what? MVC. MVC. From here, our designing will be start and our framework will be start. MVC. MVC stands for simple model. V stands for view and C stands for controller. Very, very important. Sir, very, very important. Controller. By using these 3 layers, we are going to developing and REST API application. REST API follow the REST guidelines. The cinema is different, but okay, internally is also running what's our model, view, and controller. MVC. Simply at in advanced Java level, what we are calling presentation, business logic, data access. But in framework level, now presentation layer is called view. Business logic layer is nothing but a controller, and data access layer is nothing but a simply what we call, sir, model. Simply like this, we are going to converting our web-based application or REST API application. Here, model and view means our web-based application, we are going to dividing into 3 logical parts, 3 logical components. View for just reading and writing data, controller for take the request and execute our business code, and if required communicate database, model for communicate database and perform the CRUD operations, right? So this is the okay our dynamic web-based application structure, guys. Okay, sir, are you clear about this demo session, please? Sir, I am asking one by one. Ahmed.
Yeah, sir, I'm clear.
So any queries regarding this one, you can ask me, no problem, I'll reply you.
All right.
And Balaji Gopi.
Yes, sir, clear.
Okay. Banu. Banu. I
Yes,
need
sir. Yes, sir. Clear, sir.
Mahi.
Sorry, sir. I joined late. So can you please give the syllabus or what are contents covered in this class?
Just given basic things only, why Java and purpose of Java, right? And by using Java, what kind of application we are going developing, and by using by using Java, we have a three types of J2EE, J2SC, J2W, and J2MV. And J2SC purpose is what? Simply we are developing standalone application. While developing standalone, so these are the concepts we are going to use. Just highlighted the concept, variables, operators, control statements, arrays, and collection framework. Then if you want to develop any advanced Java application, now we are talking about J2EE concept, right? J2EE. And J2EE purpose is about developing web-based application. The first one is static web application. Next one is dynamic web-based application. Static means what? Which web-based application content is fixed. Such kind of application what we call static. So sir, if you most of the application dynamic only. In dynamic also we are going to creating 2 or 3 web pages are static one. So the content is not changed. So most of the time we can see in reality about page and contact page, these are the fixed one. This web page content is not changed every time. So that what we call static. To developing static, here we are using only 2 types of technologies, HTML and CSS. Dynamic web-based application means day to day, means content will be changing, my friends. Okay, today suppose every day new data is going to inserting. If required, we are going to removing existing data. If required, we are going to modification, updation. So everyday data is changing. Such kind of application what we call dynamic web-based application. So to developing dynamic web-based application, here we require 4 types of technology. Client-side technology, nothing but a HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and React.js. Server-side is nothing but a Servlet and JSP. Nowadays, Servlet and JSP no one is using, but knowledge is required. But our focus on which one? Our framework. Hibernate, Spring, and Spring Boot. So we are going to learning here Spring Boot framework, so that compulsory we need to learn Hibernate, little bit of Spring. In Spring we have one module that is very, very important. I'll tell you that one. And later we are directly going with Spring Boot with REST API applications, right? And next one is what? So this our Java application won't store data in permanently. I need to store data permanently. Then we go with databases. Here we have so many databases like MySQL, Oracle, MongoDB, Cassandra, PostgreSQL, H2DB. Like this, we have so many databases we are going to using to store the data. But to developing any web-based application or dynamic web-based application, we have 3 types of layers. First one is presentation layer. The next one is business logic layer and data access layer. In framework, tomorrow onwards, what we are calling, sir? Simply we can call MVC. MVC stands for model, view, and controller. Right? Mahi, I hope you understand. Rohini, so this kind of questions asked to here, they are giving some numbers. Please call to them. Okay, they will update you everything, right?
Thank you.
Guys, now I am going with Rajesh. Rajesh, my friend, are you understood? Sachin, need your voice.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Are you understood,
actually,
guys? Huh? Sai Kumar, what about you? Sai Kumar.
Hello.
Yes. Sir, any queries regarding this session?
Sir, can you just brief us about the syllabus of that content will be?
Yeah. Which content I am going to covering in that? Is it right?
Yes, correct.
Okay. Give me 1 minute. So actually we are here, we are learning, a Spring Boot. Look, my friends. So to learn Spring Boot, first we required, Spring framework. In Spring framework, I'm going to explaining, uh, so what is IOC, and next IOC lifecycle and dependency injection and auto wiring and annotation concept. These all are the concepts we are going to covering into Spring framework. In Spring framework, we have a one module that is what Spring core module. In that I'll explain it clearly. And after that, directly we are going talking about the Spring Web MVC. This is very, very important. And in Spring Web MVC, what is the MVC and MVC execution flow, and how to implement modal layer, view layer, control layer. And here, so few annotation will become like controller, service, repository, and REST controller. So here we'll talk in detail clearly. Okay. And after complete it, slowly we are going to talking about our Spring Boot. What is Spring Boot and purpose of Spring Boot, difference between Spring and Spring Boot. And here we can talk what is the auto configuration, what is the auto configuration, what is the purpose of address Spring Boot application annotations. So what is the Spring Boot starters, what kind of starters we are going to using, right? And the next one, simply we are going to creating here controller class, and later slowly we are creating our REST API applications. While we are learning our Spring Boot, here we are going to so many annotation like component, service, repository, request mapping, get mapping, put mapping, post mapping. Okay, and we have like Spring Web, Spring Dev tool. Okay, and this kind of annotation, so many we are going to using, guys, right? The next one, some basic bean life cycle already is covered, and very, very important, Spring Data JPA. So simply in CoreJava, what we call it is nothing but a JDBC. But the JDBC is older thing, sir. The data can be stored in the form of values. Hibernate is a framework. Okay, Spring Data JPA internally implemented with Hibernate only, and your Spring Data JPA also like a JDBC, but data is not transfer on value based, it's transfer on object based. That's why what we call ORM tool. And here we have a 22 methods and 2 interfaces they given. By using that one, we are going to performing the CRUD operation in Spring Boot web application as well as and REST API application also. These are data JPA concept. Okay, the next one, sir, and Spring REST. So what is the difference between SOAP services and REST services? Okay, and here later we are going to creating our project. Okay, and here we can see what, sir, REST API, HTTP call methods, get, post, put, patch, and delete. These are the methods. And after that, we can do some annotation I given here. The next ones are security concept, Spring security, like in-memory authentication, JDBC authentication, and AWS tokens. These things will be covered. And in microservices, what is a microservices? And we are talking about the Eureka server, AWS servers, and how to communicate one service to another service. Then we are going to using the REST template, Fin client, and how to handle here, what was circuit breaker mechanism. Then we are going to using Resilience Force and API gateway. We are going to using Spring Boot API gateway here. The next one, load balancing, Zipkin we are going to using. And to message passing purpose, we are going to using Kafka. Just Kafka is I am giving the introduction, no problem. Okay, next one, sir. These are the topics we are going to covering into our Spring Boot. And here is, look at sir, Eureka, AWS. Okay, tools are okay. And then these are the, you know, annotation many to many, many to one, one to many, embedded, join table. These are all are the annotation we are going to use. Right? Now it is clear, please, who asked this question?
Yes, sir, it is clear. So are we going to focus on some design principle of microservices or some part? will be
You are
taken-
asking, you know, design patterns.
Yes, of microservices.
Okay, we'll see. We'll see, guys. Okay, you know, Saga design pattern.
Yes, yes.
Okay, Saga first aid, behavioral. Okay, functional. We'll see some design pattern also. So, are you experienced?
Yeah, I have some experience.
Okay, how many years you have experience?
Yeah, I have around 2 years.
Okay, okay, okay. We'll see definitely. Okay, there is no
Right.
doubt.
Hi Sai,
Yes, yes.
this is Rajesh from Rajesh.
Okay,
Can
thank you.
you cover this actuators? Those topics also can be covered.
Definitely, automatically will come activator, you know, because of in console we are going to using, you know, command line, runner, command line. Those are we are covering, no problem. It
Means what is the application health checking like that through REST API like that we can.
definitely you can see not only one of so while I'm teaching, you can get more understanding. Okay, so in this course, definitely I will provide you minimum, okay, minimum 10 to 15 application you are going developing.
Okay, and also the JWT also can we explain with
Definitely, there is part of our security. There is part of security.
and OAuth and JWT.
OAuth is not possible, but okay, I'll tell you, no issue. Because
Okay.
OAuth means what once you are going deploying your project in, you know, Spring Boot developer tools or EC2 account, you know, AWS server. In that case, required. Okay, OAuth 2. Okay. If you have an account, you know, if you have an account in AWS, definitely I'll show you. There is no doubt in that. Okay.
Okay.
You know, create the account, you know, my AWS account, you can create it. We'll deploy there and I'll show you. Definitely.
Okay.
Okay. If any guys, please need your response. Lata, may you know, sir, need your voice, Lata. Okay, guys, I hope you understand my demo session. Okay, thank you. If any questions, you can ask me. And if some about your fee details, anything, sir. Okay, definitely. Okay, definitely. Our coordinator will be send you that profiles. Okay, the PDF syllabus. Both. Okay. So coordinator will be send you. And if there any so fee details things or any other things, you can ask to coordinate. They will call you. Okay, definitely. Okay, thank you, my friends. Okay, tomorrow we'll see in same time. Every day, our session from 8 to 9. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you, sir, for the session.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.